Yo, what up, it's your boy Jay Runner holding it down right here. I appreciate you checking out my YouTube channel, man. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow me on all social media platforms. All you got to do is search JAERUNIT. And yes, the New York Knicks, they've been balling. The defense been looking a lot better the last couple of games. So I'm really excited about that. They had a back-to-back. They played the Atlanta Hawks. And you know, the Atlanta Hawks be having the cards. But I'm not going to lie, Mikal Bridges came out and he was balling. Not only did he score, he was locking down Trae Young, and it was a great outcome. I mean, Trae Young I can't say he did have 27 points, so he did score, but between him, Karl Anthony Towns, that was one of his first games back. He played a hell of really, really good defense. They really showed like, yeah, we got this. And that was probably the first time to me I felt like the defense carried the offense. You know, the defense was more important. The Knicks won by 9 points, but Jalen Johnson had 11. Trae had 27 points on the Knicks side. OG only had 8, but he was really effective on defense. Josh Hart had 14 points. 9 rebounds and 5 assists. You know, Josh Hart going to do what he do. That game, Karl Anthony Towns, he only had 13, but he did have 9 boards and 7 assists. And Jalen Brunson was balling out of control with 34 points. He was like, listen, ain't no rolling no dice today on the court. You know, hopefully when we go to Atlanta, we get real disrespectful, okay? I'm looking forward to that. But, you know, Trae, he be having, you know, he gets up for the New York Knicks, you know. So he plays with a lot of energy. He likes to showboat. But this time around, the Knicks really played great defense, and we kind of needed that because we haven't been consistent. So that was great. Then the next day we had the Brooklyn Nets. Now, that was a little challenging as well. Russell was back over there, so it was one of those games, but Mikal Bridges, he did show up on defense. Karl Anthony Towns did his thing. Now, ever since he's been back, you could tell that he has an injury because he hasn't been scoring the three-point shot like he normally does. He had a lot of inside scoring, but he's been balling. Josh had 12 rebounds, 9 assists, 7 points. OG had 20. 4 rebounds and 3 assists. Karl Anthony Towns had 25 points, 6 and 6 with 16 rebounds, and Jalen Brunson had 17, 4 assists with 3 rebounds, and it was a really good game. Knicks were leading most of the game, and you know, the Brooklyn Nets had made their way back. My guy Russell was doing his thing. He shot a 3-pointer towards the end of the game, which almost or could have. It felt like it could have been an overtime situation, but we held on with the defense. And D'Angelo Russell also said that he is happy to be back on the Brooklyn Nets. He said that basically that it's freedom ball. You know, he has the freedom and he appreciate that, and he won't ever not appreciate that ever again. So it was a good game. Johnson had 16 points. But I was just excited that the Knicks was really balling out of control on defense, and those were two really good games that we had back to back. I mean, they're not the best teams in the league. I mean, but with Russell being over there, D'Angelo Russell being over at Brooklyn, that makes Brooklyn a better team. Just him by himself. And Atlanta Hawks, I feel like they're gonna make the playoffs, but they're probably gonna be between 6 and 8 seed. Which is important because if they're 6 and we're 3, you know, we're going to play them first. And, you know, a few years back, they got us out the first round, even though we were a better seed. But the Knicks' last 2 games, really, really impressive. And I think we found that rhythm. I mean, it's still not quite there. And I'm not talking about offense. I'm talking about defense. But, we back at it against the Grizzlies. That should be a great game. And then we have the Nuggets, and that should be another important game. But also, we got 2 New York Knicks players in the All-Star game. For the first time in a long, 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 long time, we got 2 starters, so I'm excited about that. But looking at the West starters, man, that's a lot of rings on that side. I mean, I think the only person that don't have a ring that's starting will probably be That would even probably be, but SGA, he's the only one that doesn't have a ring. Kevin Durant got rings. Steph Curry got rings. LeBron got rings. And Joker got a ring. So, that's going to be a pretty hard challenge for the Eastern players, but I think we got it. I think it's going to be a fun game. A lot of people felt like LaMelo Ball got snubbed from the starting lineup. He did have a lot of votes, but I think it came down to the coaches that got the starting lineups, Jalen Brunson, Jason Tatum, Carl Anthony Towns, the Greek Freak, and who else is in the starting lineup? Donovan Mitchell. Pretty good starting lineup, but when you look at that roster, we only have 2 champions, and I believe they both got one apiece between they got 2 altogether between Jason Tatum and the Greek Freak, But it's gonna be really, really interesting. I felt like Jalen Brunson definitely earned the starting position. Also, Carl Anthony Towns. So it's going to be pretty interesting, and I think the Knicks is I think the Eastern team is going to play really, really hard because they don't have a lot of chips and championships on their side. But I will say that it is a pretty good lineup, and it's going to be very, very interesting. As far as LaMelo Ball, yes, he's a great scorer, averaging 30 points a game, but he's on the losing team. Somebody tried to tell me that, well, Golden State is not a great team, but Golden State won 22 games, and they lost 22 games, so they right at 500, where the Charlotte Hornets, they only won 11 games. So why should he start? Now, will LaMelo be a star in the future or be one of the best players in the league in the future? Yeah, I agree. But that's also saying Wemby. If I feel like Wemby is a great player, but he doesn't have them chips. When you talk about Steph got the rings. He got the gold medals. You see how excited he is, and he was one of the big reasons why we won the gold medal in the Olympics this past year. So I don't know, but I'm proud, man. Jalen Brunson is in the starting lineup, and he's averaging about the same as LaMelo Ball too. It's just the Knicks is a better team, so I don't know. LaMelo Ball would have his chances in the future, but right now, go New York, go New York, go! So I'm looking forward to the All-Star game. I'm looking forward to see what happens. Like I said, as far as ring-wise, starting lineup on the West is dominating, but it's going to be pretty interesting, and hopefully everybody plays hard so it could be a really, really good game, and we just going to see who is the best this year. Is it going to be East or West? But who's going to be in the slam dunk contest? That's what I really want to know. I'm hoping we have a good slam dunk contest this year, but I'm excited about the second half of the season. I'm excited about the Knicks getting their defense together. I'm excited about the All-Star game, and we just going to take it one day at a time. It's your boy Jay Runner holding it down right here. I appreciate you checking out the YouTube channel. It's growing slowly, but it's growing. I'm still on this thing. You can find me on all social media platforms by searching JAERUNIT. Like, subscribe, follow me, slide in my DMs, and we're going to make it do what it do, baby. It's the boy Flu Season, a.k.a. Jay Runner. You already know what it is, man. I appreciate you checking me out.